rest in peace Stan Lee for creating one of my favorite Marvel characters of all time. And his cameo in this movie was very heartfelt. Hey guys, this is OZ Movie Reviews. My name is Andre Regan and welcome to another movie review. And today's movie review is going to be Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which is a new film from Sony Pictures Animation, and it's also in association with Marvel. And it's the very first Spider-Man film that's turning into an animated film. And it stars Shane McMore, Jake Johnson, Hal Steinfeld, Liv Schreiber, and Nicolas Cage. And this movie is basically about Miles Morales. He lives in the city of Brooklyn. He loves spray painting walls, but his dad, who is a cop movie, wants him to do different things. And when he went spray painting with his uncle one night, he got bitten by a radioactive spider. And after that, he discovered this portal that Kingpin invented, which causes all the spider people to come into Miles' world. And they both team up together to go out and stop the Kingpin. Now, I was very interested in this film. I kind of have a mixed baggage feelings. Because first of all, it's Sony. Sony ruins most Spider-Man films. I like Spider-Man 1 and 2, but they have ruined Spider-Man 3 and the Amazing Spider-Man movies. I wouldn't count Spider-Man Homecoming as a Sony film because it is an MCU film. And I also thought Venom was decent. I think it was a fine movie. It was one of the better movies that Sony has ever done with Spider-Man. Not as good as the first two, but still pretty decent. So I was kind of worried about this film as well because it's by Sony Pictures Animation. They made this pile of shit. But I was also excited for the movie because we finally get to see Miles Morales, the Ultimate Spider-Man, to come to the big screen. I always want to see that because I've read the comics of Miles Morales and his comics were more different than Peter Parker's comic books. So I was very interested in this movie at the exact same time. And also we get to see the Spider-Verse, all different Spider-Mans in one movie, and I thought that could be awesome. But I am a bit worried because it's by Sony Pictures Animation. So I went to a very first screening of this film because I want to give an early review for you guys. And I also heard this movie was really good. It's got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. So I'm like, wow, I have to go see this film. Sometimes ratings could change, but I'm thinking, maybe I should go see this film. Maybe I should go and give it a chance. Maybe Sony could fix Spider-Man. And it definitely did with this movie, guys. Guys, I'm not even joking. This is my favorite movie of 2018. I'm not even kidding. Yes, this is better than A Star is Born. Honestly, I'm not expecting this movie to win Best Picture or anything, but at least win Best Animated Film. Because this movie was fantastic. You don't know how much I had fun with this movie. I had so much fun with this movie. This movie has the most original concepts that I've ever seen in a Spider-Man film. So, let's talk about why I freaking think this movie is the best of the year. First off, the animation in this movie. Oh my god, the animation looks phenomenal. When I first saw the teaser trailer, I'm just like, the animation looks very different than I thought it was going to be. It looks kind of like a Gorillaz music video. But then the other trailers looks like a comic book. This whole movie looks like a comic book. It feels like people just scrap out of the comic books and just put it on camera. That's how awesome the animation is. It looks like you're reading a comic book. It looked amazing, the animation. It's one of the most original animation I've ever seen. Seriously, this movie doesn't win Best Animated Film of this year. I'm gonna go to the Oscars and say, you suck, because this is some of the best animation I've ever seen in my life. I'm so glad they made this animation work in this movie. Also, the characters in this movie were also fantastic. Shane McMore as Miles Morales, fantastic job. I love this voice casting. He did a great job as Miles Morales, and what they did right about this movie is that it is his movie. Like, you root for him for this entire film, and he has some pretty deep scenes in the movie that I did not expect, which makes him probably one of the better Spider-Man portrayals with Tobey Maguire. I think he did such a fantastic job in this film. Also, the thing I'm surprised about this movie the most is Jake Johnson as Peter Parker / Spider-Man. Yeah, he's the voice casting I was worried about in this film, because I'm thinking, the guy from Lex B. Cops is going to be Spider-Man? I'm not that sure. But he was fantastic in this film. He's some of the better Peter Parker stories that I've ever seen with his character. He did so well in this film. He's one of those characters that supportive characters. This is not about Peter Parker / Spider-Man, which they show a bit more of him in the trailer. No, this is about Miles Morales. But I think Jake Johnson is really great as a supporting character, and he does some pretty cool scenes as well. Also, the Spider-Verse people. my god, they all get a chance to shine. I thought it's going to be crowded like all over the place. No, they get their own chance to shine, and that is awesome. We get Spider-Ham, we get Penny Parker, I think I said her name right. We also get probably two of my favorite people in the Spider-Verse. One of them, Hailee Steinfeld as Spider-Gwen. I liked her in this film. She did a pretty strong performance, and she actually was pretty hilarious in the film. Also, Spider-Man Noir, played by Nicolas Cage. We finally get to see him on the big screen. And he was so hilarious. I think Nicolas Cage, to me, needs to do more animated film voice casting because I think that could save his career. I haven't seen his new film, Mandy. Is that movie good? Because I heard some good things about it. But, back to this. Nicolas Cage did a really great job as Spider-Man Noir. I want to see his own movie, honestly, because he did stole this movie as well. And speaking of hilarious, this movie was hilarious. Especially that this movie took from the producers of the Lego movie, so that makes sense. So if you're not a fan of, like, fast-paced comedy, this film has a lot of that. But I was so used to fast-paced comedy because I watched the Lego movie. This movie was freaking hilarious. I killed myself laughing in a couple scenes in the movie. And with the comedy, it does pay homage to every Spider-Man story that we've ever seen. It's kind of like the Lego Batman movie. He kind of makes fun of his own movies and comic books. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse does the exact same thing, and that is pretty awesome. Like, it's like Easter eggs, basically. This is like pop culture Easter eggs, and that is really awesome in this film. And the action scenes were also fantastic. They were a lot of fun. These are probably one of the better action scenes that I've seen in the Spider-Man film, especially the final action scene in the movie that I'm not going to spoil. But my god, that action scene, I was cheering. It was so great. Also, another character I forgot to mention is Kingpin, played by Liv Schreiber. Now, I know there's so many villains in this film that I'm not going to spoil, but I think the one I shouldn't spoil is Liv Schreiber. Like, I think his character has a very deep story in the film, and he was probably the best Kingpin that I've ever seen on the big screen. Does this movie have flaws? No. I can't picture a flaw. A lot of people said the villains were not as great. I like the villains in the movie. Literally, I have no flaws with this movie. Nothing. Like, nothing. I'm really shocked in this type of film, there's no flaws. Not even there's one boring scene of the movie. This movie has a right minimum of time. The chemistry in this movie was fantastic. The animation looks great. The action scenes were great. The characters you root for this entire film. What could be a big flaw with this movie? I don't have any. I'm so happy about this movie. I literally walked out of the theater like, I can't find a single flaw with this movie. Because this movie is one of the better Spider-Man films that I've ever seen. Guys, I'm going to watch this movie again. I'm watching it this Saturday, actually. Maybe I'll do a spoiler review because this movie is definitely my favorite anime film this year and definitely my favorite movie of 2018. Guys, go see Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse as soon as you possibly can. Because if you're a big Spider-Man fan, you're going to love this movie. Just like myself here. And I'm definitely going to give Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse an A+. So guys, I'm going to watch this movie again this Saturday. I definitely am, and I'm going to do my spoiler review. Please check that video out, coming soon. And guys, let me know down below if you have seen Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Do you like the movie, or hate the movie, or thought it was okay? Just get your review in the comments below. Make sure you guys follow me on Facebook, Stardust, and Instagram. Keep contact with me, and have a nice day.